Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ride with Lance, and today we're going to talk about and show you how I wash my bike. So you may have just gotten your Radrover 6 Plus or any other e-bike and you're wondering, how do I wash it? You may have taken it out for a few rides already and it's like getting dusty, a little dirty, and like I want it to keep looking new as long as I can, and I want to wash it, but I just don't know how or what I should look out for. So I'm going to tell you. So here I have my wife's bike. It's a Radrover 6 Plus step through, and I'm going to show you how I wash it, what to look out for, because it is an e-bike. You might be a little concerned about the electronics of it. Is it going to hurt it if it gets wet? But I'm going to tell you, these bikes were made for basically all weather. You can ride them in the rain, you're not going to have a problem. You can ride them in the snow, you're not going to have a problem. Now, I would not submerge this completely underwater. You might have a problem then. But I'm going to show you what to look out for, especially when it comes to the battery, the electronics, wiring, and the motor. So let's just get right to it. Let me show you something a little about the battery, so it'll ease your mind a little when you're spraying water down that way. So if you can see right here, this is basically a seal, and it matches up with that right in there. So when the battery's on, it forms a seal all the way around. And then if you look, it's hard to see, but if you have a Radrover 6 Plus step through or high step, you can check this out for yourself. You see down here, so if water gets in here, it drains. It drains, it goes through there, and then comes out the bottom of the bike. So getting it wet up here, riding it in the rain, you don't need to worry. But getting it wet to wash or riding it in the rain, you're not going to have any issues. So let's go ahead and put the battery back in and get it ready to be washed. So there are other places that you need to be aware of, but can get wet as long as you're not using high pressure water. The motor, these electronics, the other electronics are under here. But you don't want to blast that with high pressure water, but you can just sprinkle it to get it wet to clean it off. Other places you might want to be aware of, not to hit it with a high pressure water, is your brakes, front and back. All these connections up here, they can get wet. They're water resistant. Won't say they're waterproof, but they can get wet, but just not high pressure water. And of course your chain, when you're done washing, you're going to want to lube your chain, and I will show you how I lube my chain and what I use to lube my chain. All right, so I got the hose hooked up. I got a bucket of soapy water. All I use for soap is just a little, either dish soap or laundry soap, liquid, just a little. And I have my shower or my hose nozzle set for shower, so it doesn't come out at high pressure, just basically comes out like a sprinkle. So let's just get to it. Okay, I'm going to start where I need to wash. So I'm going to get everything wet. Up here, even going down the battery, so you don't need to worry. Underneath, up here, in the back. See, I'm getting the motor wet, it's okay. You can get the brakes wet, it's fine. All right, let me get the other side. All right, let's get to scrubbing, but not really scrubbing too hard. So I just use a nice soft sponge and just start at the top and work my way down. Getting underneath. This is where it'll probably get dirty the most. To the other side, up here. You can see I'm washing these electronics right here, just not blasting water on them. Get these bars down, across here. Now the front, the forks. the fender. Now the rims and the spokes. Okay, it looks like about it. The bike wasn't too dirty to begin with. If it was much more muddy, maybe you did a real muddy ride, you'd probably take a little longer on it. Maybe get it wet, wash, rinse, maybe do that a few times until you got it as clean as you need, but let's go ahead and rinse it now. Again, starting at the top and working your way down. All right, and now you're ready for drying. And for drying, I just use an old beach towel. Nothing that's harsh that will scrape the paint or ruin the finish, but will do the job. So again, starting at the top, just working the way down. I didn't wash any of this stuff up here because it just wasn't dirty. But the stuff up here too can get wet, just not high pressure water. All right, and there you have it. I usually don't dry the wheels too much. I usually just let those air dry. I've had no problem with hard water spots, even though I live in the area that's probably got the hardest water in the country. I think they have a coating they put on it that kind of repels water. But that's it. That's how you wash it. And now, after a wash, you should lube your chain. Now let me show you how I lube my chain. So what I will do first is I'll just take a paper towel to get any excess water off the chain. And you can see I'm getting some. Just do this a few times. I tried to change gears on it. Get that really good. Okay. And now, what I use is Muck Off Dry Lube. I'll have a link to it in the description if you're interested in this. But this is what I use. I find that it says it's a dry lube, but it goes on wet. But I don't see it doing a lot of flicking off after you're riding. So it gets all over the wheel and everywhere else, all over your clothes. I don't see that. But let me show you how I put it on. So all I'll do is just put paper towel there, and I'll just on each link start doing each link. Then I'll move the chain. and just keep going until I've fully done the chain. All right, now that I have completed the lubing of the chain, I'm just gonna run it and let it work in for a little while. And that's it. Now you're ready to go riding again. All right, that was just a quick video on how to wash your bike and lube your chain to keep it looking nice and new and keeping your chain nice and lubed. So that is it for this video, and I will see you on my next video, which is probably a riding video. But in any case, have a great week, have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.